Okay, let's have a look. So Nakamura, he's been playing a lot of Bullet lately on chess.com, and he just recently broke the record with 3005. And yeah, I think he before last game, which it looks like he lost. So we're joining this match at 1-1. Nakamura conveniently winning this one. Up the exchange and 2 pawns. And yeah, of course, Nakamura needs no introduction. Whiteley, wow, we just got like the position to move 8. They move so fast, we're not keeping up here on my connection. So yeah, so we carry with white, everything's still equal. White has the bishop pair, b4 was a threat, that's why he played a5. Now he plays b4, now we're threatening the next move to play b4 on, you know, dislodge the knight here on e6, h5, softening up the king side. White can think about things such as king g2, rook h1 at some point. Black's king side looks rather weak. Here comes king g2. Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially Caro thinks so fast. Okay, no. Winning the bishop, game over. Can't even sacrifice the rook because pawn takes. So 3-1 here. Quickly coming back. Let's see. Eilyisum is asking how many games. Nakamura says 10. Eilyisum says okay, and Nakamura says 20, question mark. Let's see. Now this system Nakamura plays against the King's Fianchetto. Puts the bishop on d7, queen on c8, exchanges, and sometimes go for the attack with h5, h4. Oh, no square for the knight, took with the pawn. Unbelievable. The knight can't retreat, and yeah. Somebody mentioned in the chat, it's not very common that Eilyisum is signing actually. So now we have the tables turned. Now black is attacking with queen h5, bishop h3, knight to g4. But now the bishop on h3 is being attacked. This is knight takes f5 probably. Pawn takes f5. Okay, bishop f3 wins the knight on g4, or does he? No, not yet. Has to watch out for rook h1. Okay, rook takes e5. I mean, black can't move anything. We have this pin here, so once white is adding one attacker to either this knight or this knight, then black is going to lose a piece and he can't move anything. Maybe bishop f4 to e5 is coming. Okay, got the f5 pawn, so now he untangled a little bit, but it cost him a pawn. Not the greatest pawn ever, but a pawn. I don't think this sacrifice is working. f3. Oh, yeah, king f2. Okay, it's okay. So now it's just a clean exchange. We can't take on b2 because rook b1. So king d3. So black does have a pawn here for the exchange, but he's down way too much time to do anything. The king is starting to enter, and black can't really move anything because he wants to move the knight to take the pawn. And now he's swinging over to the queen side, and no, don't take a b7, knight d6. You saw that, of course, and rook check takes the knight next move and wins. Yeah, so 4 in a row since we started. We started at 1-1. Knight to b6. This time we have sort of a modern or closing in on a hippo setup. Knight g4 is always good if the bishop will be captured or has to move. in these structures. So back to 3000. He lost a lot of points when he lost. I think it was the second game. Could be wrong, but could be wrong, but it could be right. So everything is still equal, but yeah, I'm not sure who I like even. But Hikaru has a 9-second time edge, which is quite important. Bullet. White has the bishop here, undermining the knight on c4, but counter-attack on bishop on c5. I'm asking here if Nakamura lost the first or the second game because I missed those two, so I'm being told he lost the second game. So he had 3006, maybe 3007. So yeah. Oh! I tricked him, he tricked him. Because taking on h6 was the normal pre-move, but okay. But that got him a draw, and that costs him 6 points. That was like, yeah, just a bullet trick only. So he pre-moved. So finally, a point, at least for Eilyisum. It's not going to challenge me here. We're not playing right now, guys. We're not playing right now. Somebody saying he can't bundle. Okay, so what's going on in this game? Huge time match for white. And yeah, they're gonna move back and forth here. Not much can be done, really. So look how he, you know, okay, I thought he would try and keep the bishop protected to have safe pre-moves. Otherwise, maybe black can make a quick move, take an h4, or attack the bishop. But yeah, the only thing is that white needs to avoid threefold repetition. And he managed to do that quite easily and enter a pawn game and also win on time. So yet again this bishop h3 variation. So some kind of bullet play here. In general, it's not good for white to give up this bishop on e3. What? Yeah, he castles. Okay. So c7 is hanging, but now he's gonna get 2 knights for the rook, right? Because the knight can't retreat, so takes. e6, attacking b2. Takes on d4 for, but knight takes d4 and knight takes e2. Game's not match, because if you move the queen to f2 and take on e2, it's pinned. The queen on e3, so wins a piece. Okay, you managed to trap the piece, but too many pawns now. And Hikaru wins easily. Yeah, last ditch effort there with rook d1. Bullet trick. Something you only do in bullet. You hang your piece, you hope your opponent has made a pre-move, and then it's working out for you, and you most likely win the game. Win the game. It looks like white has the healthier position here. Black has a yeah, weak king-side pawns. Isolated the e-pawn. White has a very strong light squared bishop. Now I can win the exchange if he wants. He can take on e6, which he does. So, you know, material is always, it's always good enough, the material. If knight f3, then queen takes f3. I would have taken on e5, but he just goes for queen takes e4. So no dangerous knight discoveries. Now we can take on e5, come on. Down a rook, move the queen somewhere. He didn't even move the queen, but he could have. Another bullet trick, but this time didn't work, cutting off the counterplay. Now take on a7 should be safe. But now setting up the mate on h7. What do you do? Takes on a7, and next we can go rook h7 with a winning winning pawn ending. He didn't even do that. Now he does, because we're taking g5 here, completely winning and 10 seconds. It's too much. So 29.94. No, 3000. Oh yeah. So was the old game. It's got replaced. So another modern for Caro. Hikaru. White takes on e6. And technically he has material edge right now. Rook and 2 pawns for 2 pieces, but black has a lot of activity, I think. Well, I'm just being biased because it's Nakamura. White should be better here, I think. b3. Covering the pawn. I would have covered. Okay, rook e7 was threatened, so maybe I had to cover that. Watch out. Takes on b2 with a bishop. Ugh. So Nakamura has spent a little time now. It's a little bit tricky. You take on a4. Oh, look at this pin here. Rook wants to come to c2. Bishop check. We're going to take on c2 with check. Can't take on c5. No. Okay. Oof. I thought the other rook was on 7 and checkmate, but back rank was covered. Of course, I saw that quite nicely. And this is close to reasonable. Attacking 2 rooks. Not a lot of squares. Knight d6. Nice picture here. Forking now the rooks. So now 3002. Eilyisum has this weird queen maneuver. What? He went queen, a5, h5, back to a5, back to c7. That's a bunch of pre-moves, man. Bunch of pre-moves. So now he covers just up a pawn. Just up a pawn. And the strong knight coming into f6. Notice he doesn't play it immediately. because the bishop doesn't have a lot of squares. See, repeating moves to gain time now. Rook h1. It's a threat. This bishop is a bit silly. Okay, now switches plans. At f6, rook d7, next move. And we're just off a pawn. Yeah. And Ellie resigns. Oh, I'm lagging 640 milliseconds. That explains it. Well, what to do? What to do? Do we have so many people on the server? Or 281 now. 281. Yeah, okay, I was just watching the ping times. Because we saw some games where we started a new game and immediately we got the position on like move 6, 7. That's how fast they're moving, and you see how much lag you have when things like that happen. 4, 1, 2, 3. Ricardo has sacrificed the piece, but f2 is coming, queen g1. Not queen g1 is made one. What to do? So a lot of wins in a row. Moving to 3000 and what? 3000. I thought it was 3. Oh, it was 3002 before the game. 3004. Yeah, they agreed to 10 games. And apparently Ali tried to quit, but Nakamura had to count. Sorry mate, that's 9 you have to play. You have to go down. Knight g5, attacking e6. And the structure again, good for white. We need 2. Yeah, it just seems like a bad line for black. White has the better structure and the bishop pair catches up in development, and now not much going for black. That's a moment. 95, immediate fork. I mean, when you lose so many games, you just start to play worse. So, I mean, he's saying stuff that he usually wouldn't, so that's what happens. Oh, picking up the knight on c7. All we have to do now is protect f2, but this protects it indirectly by pinning the queen, which now can't move to f2. So yeah, that'll do. So 3005, and that'll do it. Yeah, he's saying the realization that 12.5, 1.5 is plus 0 points. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, so that was the end of this match. Again, Nakamura ends up with 3005, right where he started. And that's the end of that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Quite interesting to watch. Hard to follow, but Yeah, I mean, if the lag is not too ridiculous, we'll definitely post this. Thanks for watching.